Hi there and welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. First of all, just like to say thanks to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews. So we can all come together on a Friday and let everybody know what we've all been up to. But of course, watch mine first. So what have I done this week? Now last week I did tell you that I'd got this green dress, quite a long swishy sort of dress, that I was going to take apart and rework, and that is what I have been doing. So I took it completely apart. The bodice section, the top section, I've taken off. I've completely taken that to pieces with all the different components of that, and I will look at that at another time. I'm going to treat it as a completely separate project. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but the skirt section of that, which is very, very long, I've actually now turned into another skirt, but one that obviously fits me a lot better. Now the skirt is actually based on another pattern, which is actually the New Look 6509, which is that one, which I've made a couple of times, which is I'd made view B for the dress, which is one that I made with the paisley material. Absolutely lovely needle cord paisley print. But I've also made what is effectively just the skirt section on its own, to make into a couple of skirts completely separately. So because I thought the pattern lent itself very well to being split into different parts, so that skirt part can be made on its own. So that was the basis for this skirt. I did do a slight amendment to the waistband, and it's obviously a lot longer, so I had to redraft that shape of the skirt to some extent, but that was my starting point, that pattern. So let's have a look at what I got, and here it is, the skirt. And it is a very long skirt, so what I'll need to do is actually put it on, I suppose, and show you that way so you can actually get a better look at it. Now the zip that's in here is the zip that was originally in the dress, which means it's actually a very long zip. It's way too long really for what I needed, but I wanted to just reuse what I had rather than adding something else to it. So yes, I just reused the zip. So there we go. So let me get it on and we can have a quick look at it. And here we are, one finished skirt. Now it is very long. As you can see, it goes pretty much down to my ankles, which is not easy to see with this camera view. It makes it a bit difficult. I don't have the length in the room or the camera angle to be able to show that properly. So what I'll do is I'll also put some pictures in, so that'll hopefully show it off a little bit better. But yeah, nice, sits nice on the waistband, on the waist there. It's just sort of slightly snug, but not too snug. With a very long zip in it. The zip comes down to sort of here, which is too long really. I shouldn't really have had it that long, but yeah, like I say, I was just reusing the zip that I had. I didn't want to add another one. But yeah, I quite like this. It's got definitely a certain amount of movement in it. It's quite flowy and swishy. So yeah, it's a really nice skirt. It's really comfortable. So it's sort of a slightly posh frock, isn't it? You know, or posh skirt. So I don't know when I would wear this besides round the house, you know. Posh house wrestling, I don't know, posh house, I don't know. Just sitting around, I suppose, and wearing posh clothes, but it's not really posh, is it? You know, it's an upcycle. So there we go, it's making use of something that used to exist as another thing. So yeah, I like this though. So it's got that nice swish to it. It is 100% polyester, so it's not very good for, you know, hot weather, and it was a bugger to work with. And now that I've ironed it, once I ironed it, I noticed there seem to be a couple of marks on this on the front. Maybe it's just needs a darn good washing to help it, but there we go. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think it's very nice, and I think I'll enjoy wearing that. Say, put pictures in so you can see what it actually looks like. Okay, the next thing that I've been doing is a bit of knitting. Been practicing a bit of knitting, and I've been practicing by doing some headbands. These things. Now, yeah, they seem all right, not too bad. This is one of the first ones I did. Basically, it's just a long strip, a long thin strip basically, with a cable in the middle. Really, that's all it is. So I wanted to practice and learn how to do this cable knit, which actually isn't that bad once I got used to it. First time with this one, it's like, what on earth's happening here? But yeah, so yeah, you can make these super chunky with a super chunky wool or yarn of some sort to make these headbands. So made a few of them actually. That was the first one, which you see is quite big and chunky. Made a couple more. This is another one that I made, again in super chunky, but it's smaller, it's not as wide, and I haven't made it as long, so it's a bit tight around the head. It works a bit better. This one will be good for keeping your ears warm. This one's good for keeping your forehead warm and just holding your hair back really. And then I also had to go with a slightly different yarn. This is is it an Aran? I think this is an Aran yarn. Made it again not as long, but it's still quite wide. A little bit more knitting to do, but still created that cable on there. Like I say, I've probably made about half a dozen or so of these now. Suppose I'm not sure what I'll do with them. Perhaps I'll see if people want them or give them away, or perhaps I should do a car boot sale or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, these are really quite simple really for what they are. Let's have a quick look at my notes. I've got here that basically this is actually a free download pattern that I got to get the basic understanding of it, and it's from a website called lovecrafts.com. So I'll put a link into that. They got some free patterns on there. The actual pattern is called the Kate Headband. That's that one, and the pattern is by Elizabeth, is it Conde or Canaday? I'm not sure. Caneday. It's spelt. Like I say, I'll put the link in the description. If you want to go and have a look at that free download pattern, you certainly can. But that gave me the basis for doing this headband, or whatever you want to call it. So there we go. Nice little knitting project for I suppose beginner knitters like me, because I'm not very experienced, and doing this cable was certainly something I thought was going to be very tricky, but once I'd got used to it, yeah, it's actually quite a simple little project. So there we go. That's the other thing I've been doing. So what else I've been up to? Now the next thing I've been doing is I've just started doing another bag. I've cut out the material for it, but I haven't put any of it together yet. So it is going to be another one of these bags that I like making, because this is just a great bag. I really do like it. So I'm going to make it with some leftover materials and bits that I've got hanging around that I just want to try and use up. They're big enough. There's enough there that I can make something with them, but they're not big enough to make, like, I couldn't make a shirt or a skirt or anything from them, but there's enough there to make something else. So I thought, well, let's make another bag. So that's the style of bag I'm going to be making, that one. And here's a little sneak at the one piece that I've cut out, which is obviously going to be the front or back, but actually this, if I can open it out, is going to be the lining material. So the outer is going to be something completely different. This is just going to be what's on the inside. So, but yeah, I've just cut out the material, or that's as far as I got with it. So I've yet to do anything else, but I will push on with that, and hopefully I'll have another bag for next week to show you. But there you go. Stuff I've been doing, not a great deal, I suppose, really, is it? So that is it, really. Nothing else to show you. No, it's again, I suppose you could say it's been a slow week, but then, as I've always said, I don't work quickly. I don't rush through things. So if I've got like 1 or 2 things done, then I think that's great. That's good for me. Like I say, one skirt made, and I say it was a bit tricky being this polyester, so I just took my time with it. I didn't rush through it. I just wanted to make sure I got it right, and even then I've got a few things that are not quite right, not perfect. The waistband is a bit skew with, the zip didn't go in quite as I wanted it to, but there you go, things are never how you want them to be, are they? So yeah, one skirt, some headbands, and I started making another bag. But there you go. Life wise, nothing really to say about. Like I say, I live quite a quiet life really. I don't get up to too much. You could say it's a bit boring, but sometimes you just get on and do your day stuff, you know, and then when you get your chance you can get home and get your sewing done and enjoy the relaxing time. So that's been me really for the week. There you go. Nothing else much to say about. Anyway, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, do give me a like, subscribe. That way you'll get a notification for when I give my videos out, when they're out. You know, click that little bell and then you'll get that notification. Please do comment. I do love reading your comments. It's really nice to hear what you're up to and what you've been doing and what your thoughts are. And like I say, it's always that thing of also communicating between ourselves, because it's that connection that we're building, isn't it? So I just think it's just left me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Happy